I do have some rather important news coming out of Texans OTAs. And it has nothing to do with the guys who are not working out today. Laramie Tunsil, what a surprise he's not out there. Steven Nelson, Malik Collins, Sheldon Rankins. It's the guy who was taking the first team reps for the Texans at quarterback, who we're also going to hear from today, in addition to C.J. Stroud, in addition to D'Amico Ryans. And no, I'm not talking about Case Keenum, Sean Mapes. Davis Mills got the first team reps. He is still on the roster. As misreported by some, his death has been greatly exaggerated just because his number at one point in time was not listed on the Houston Texans website. He had the first team reps at OTAs today. So the possibility remains for Davis Mills to play for your Houston Texans to open the season in 2023. It's a bummer. Not surprising, though. I think the Texans are going to try to beat the idea into C.J. Stroud's head that he is no different than anybody else on the roster as much as they can in a way of emulating the New England Patriots, and specifically how Bill Belichick treated Tom Brady, who, yes, had a great, incredible career, but at one point was pick number 199 and just another player on the roster. By the way, many would argue that Tom Brady is God. I know I'm one of those people. And if you dare to come after me and say that that is a sacrilegious take, I'll sue you for slander. How dare you disrespect my religion, thinking that that's a sacrilegious thing to say? Tom Brady is my Lord and Savior. He is the reason I have all that I have. He is the reason that I have happiness. He is the reason I have joy. He is the reason that I work in this field. He sat down with some rookie quarterbacks at a dinner not too long ago. It was filmed. The person who was operating the camera was seemingly walking around in a wide circle of this dinner table with Brady centered at the middle of it.
So like a normal dinner.
Yeah, except for
someone walking in a circle around the table filming everything that was said.
It felt like if it was 2023 and Jesus was big on the gram. Like it felt like, those hustle podcasts, like talking about the grind. It definitely felt like one of those things. But anyway, Tom Brady had this to say to C.J. Stroud and some quarterbacks who hope they can someday be Brady's apostles.
Right, going in the second round, in the end, that's not that big of a deal. Going first overall, in the end, it's not a big deal. Right, it's great. You got opportunity. You're probably going to be paid more than anyone for a time period. But I was drafted, 199. I just outlasted everybody. There's another me back there, right? So how do I keep my edge on everybody?
Nice.
I had to keep working. I didn't go, hey, I'm good, right? I won 3 Super Bowls. I'm good.
Who said facts? I bet Judas would have said facts. I bet he would have. Very on brand for Judas to interrupt my Lord and Savior with a facts. Why do people say when they're agreeing with somebody facts? How about just shut the bleep up? How dare you speak while the voice of God speaks? I'm insulted and incensed by that. Facts, God, our generation isn't great. I'll admit it, but my God, the just brutal violence committed upon the English language by kids who probably are never going to read because reading's not cool. You can watch it on a TikTok. Like it's just not good. But anyway, yeah, Tom Brady. Did he single out C.J. Stroud there? First person he talked to, being drafted second overall. Doesn't mean anything. I feel like that might have been some Michigan-Ohio State salsa, perhaps. Tom Brady, of course, went to Michigan. C.J. Stroud went to Ohio State.
Do you think that Tom Brady would hold it against C.J. Stroud?
I actually do.
I don't know why, but Tom Brady just doesn't. Maybe because he didn't play at Michigan since he hasn't played at Michigan since the Clinton administration. But he just doesn't feel like he is as I don't know, ingrained in Michigan culture as Peyton Manning is in Tennessee. He just doesn't seem like he's as Yeah, I don't know.
Brady has this insufferable line that he repeats all the time, and I do love it because it's Tom Brady. But I get it. Anybody else hearing it, you're like, oh my God, shut up. And I guarantee you this is going to get worked into his Hall of Fame speech, and it'll be at the very end. He had a Michigan trainer who had a bunch of Big Ten championship rings. And this guy would go up to Tom every now and then and say, you know what's my favorite ring, Tom? And Tom would say, what's that? And this trainer would say, the next one. And I guarantee you that Tom will end his Hall of Fame speech in a couple of years with the exact same way. And now I'm on to the next chapter of my life. In some way, that's relatively insufferable. But Brady is definitely a Michigan man, even though Michigan didn't appreciate him.
It is just very funny that he would talk to someone who's like 30 years younger than him, being like, oh, I'm going to hold that against you.
Yeah, 100%.
As I'm trying to give you sage advice as Peter Schrager is walking around with his phone as we're eating.
Was that Peter Schrager?
The video was from Peter Schrager. I don't know if Peter Schrager pulled it from somewhere else.
Turned it into a Michael Bay movie with the walking around there.